Watcher, hey boys and girls, how are you? I hope you're well. All right, so what are we looking at today, this morning? Right, well, in essence, I was really hoping that this was going to um, just get on and finish on and come down to our lower levels, but it's not doing that. And here's a few reasons why and what I think is going to happen in the next couple of sessions. Um, So let me take you through it. It might be a bit Elliott wave heavy, and I'm sorry if it is, but it's just what I'm seeing. So you might have remembered that when was it? Tuesday. I just said I didn't like the way this wave one had slid down because when it doesn't come back to 60% and make a decent correction like it should do, right? So it should really come down here and then come back up, and we retest this and then we come down. It's nice and balanced, but this is a wave five that we're looking at. Let me just remind you all, because that we are looking at this wave here, all right, which is part of this here, right? We're still working this stuff out. Okay, so this happened on Tuesday and we're still working it out now. So what I want to show you is why I think we're going up into here, and then we're going to dribble down. So I'll be real quick. If I can be real quick, I'll be real quick. So basically, as I said this morning, I was expecting to wake up and see price below us here, but it never made it. So I'm now not in any trade because this is all ridiculous. This is what I'm looking at for the final four, 3 and 4s. So basically, I'm looking at the fact that we need to probably create a 1-2 here. Here's my first 1-2. Here's my first 1-2, 1-2, and now I'm looking for another 1-2 here. Yes, I know the second 1-2 is bigger than the first 1-2, but I've looked at it for about an hour, and frankly, I can't see any other way around it. The only other way around it, and this is I guess this is probably a little bit, is that we finish something here, and also, or not there, sorry, that we've, oh my good lord, that we finished something here, right? And however this is finished, it's finished, and we're just going up. There unfortunately sometimes it just gets like that where you can't. You just have to accept it is what it is, and away you go. And it's the frustration with trying to unpick stuff with Elliott Wave sometimes, especially when BTC has been so incredibly just irritating and non-trending as it is at the moment. So, just to give you an idea of what sparked my interest on this and why. Well, when I got up this morning and I had a look, I was like, oh look, we're maybe a 1-2, maybe we're going to make another 1-2, and then all of a sudden we started to do this, and then I looked at this wave here. I'm like, oh no, that's 3 waves. So we can't make 1-2s with a 3 in the middle. Okay. Instead, we're going to make 5 wave up. So what will this? And we're going to come up into here. That's where the extension sits. And so I'm looking at 74, 400-ish, and I'm going to see if we can get into a short up there. And that then will create a 1-2. Now, quickly, why is that not a 1-2? Why is it not just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Because this is too short, people. This here is too short. We want this structure, this possible wave 3 structure should have come to the 1.618. It hasn't. It's only come to basically the 1-to-1 extension. So unless this is 3 down and we're going to get 3 up and then we're going to get something else, which I don't think we are. I don't think that is because we're in an impulsive move down. My best guess is that we're going to do this. It's going to be a little 1-2, and then we're going to come down again. And that may pull us lower, by the way, depending on where this ends up. If I take that off and we then project where this second one too might happen, it might push us lower depending on where this comes in. So invalidation of this being 1-2, unfortunately, is right the way up here at 76,000. Once we come to the top, we'll be able to take this out here. So yeah, that is unfortunate. But unfortunately, that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is at the moment. BTC is a real nightmare to trade. Why would you trade it when you can trade something like this, which is just so lovely? That's why I'm spending a lot of my time now trading the NASDAQ, scalping the NASDAQ on a daily basis, just because it really gives you decent moves and an opportunity to make some money. Whereas this just doesn't. It does nothing and then it shits the bed, and it will do nothing and then it will shit the bed again. And then we're imagining some kind of elongated move up. All right, so that's really what we're looking at. Let me just quickly do some higher tight, just get out of the weeds quickly. This is what we're still looking at. Okay, we're still looking at this, and I'm going to be looking at, once this is completed, hopefully we hit our lower targets here, that I'm going to look for 3 back, probably up to this little consolidation zone here, retest 78s, and then we're going to come down again for 5s. All right, so yeah, I'm so disappointed that I didn't wake up and see this down here, because I thought to myself, that'll be brilliant. We're going to get down here, and then Friday we'll get some news about the war. Everything will be brilliant, and bang, away we go. But no, it didn't. We didn't. So now we're just looking for this to be a little opportunity to get into a scalp short. If you aren't short or long here, just stay out of it. There is nothing to trade here. If we get up here, we can look at short, and if we get down here, we'll look at some longs. Otherwise, this is just chopperama. How long is this going to go on for, by the way? Who the chuff knows? Yeah. Anyway, there you go, guys. I've tried to keep it short and not as detailed as possible. Less detailed, just because I know a lot of people can't be bothered with it. But in hindsight, bigger picture is this. Smaller picture, one of those, one of those, one of those. This here is just a scalp, by the way. So this would be, if this comes up here, will be 1, 2, 3. You get 4, 5 like that. So that would just be a scalp from there. Okay. Well, listen, enjoy your day. I'll be in the Discord as usual. And I forgot to say time and day. So it's 7 o'clock in the morning on the 29th of May. And this was your morning update. Have yourself a fabulous time, everybody. Lots of love and tally bye.